Greetings, YouTube. Show me your papers, please. Compliance is not optional. Chris Lawley was sitting on a skyway. For those that don't know it, a skyway is a bridge elevated above the street between two buildings. They're popular in the St. Paul, Minneapolis kind of area because it gets so incredibly cold in the wintertime that it just lets people get from one building to another without having to go outside. And skyways are considered to have public easements. Now, public easement means that even though it is connecting two private buildings, it is considered a public thoroughfare. So people can go in the easement as they please. Chris Lawley was sitting on the skyway, killing time, waiting for his kids to get let out of daycare. Okay, so we're good. He's sitting there doing his thing. The security guard didn't like the fact that Chris Lawley was sitting there. He told him to leave. Now, it's a public easement. Chris Lawley does not have to leave a public area. Doesn't matter if the security guard doesn't like his presence or not. Security guard dials 911. 3 cops show up. That may seem like a lot, but 3 cops show up. There's a video that tells you what happens next. Now, please, I know that you're probably thinking, people tell me to go look at videos all the time, and I don't want to. You need to watch this video. The whole thing. It's going to be painful. You're not going to want to watch it. You're not going to want to listen to what happens to this man. Do it. Because no matter how hard it is to listen to, no matter how much you don't want to listen to the next second of this video, think how much harder it is to live it. And you can bear it for a few more seconds. Because you didn't have to. Now I could do something that I've done before and ask you to figure out after the intro I've just given you what color Chris Lawley is. But I don't think you're going to have to guess that one now, are you? Being black in public is apparently a crime in St. Paul. You're not allowed to sit in the public areas if you're black. You're not allowed to wait for your kids and they get out of daycare while you're black. No matter how calm you are, no matter how reasonable you are, the cops are going to take you into custody. But not, of course, before accusing you of resisting arrest and tasing you, handcuffing you in front of your children and dragging you away, only later to drop all charges because Chris Lawley didn't do anything wrong. He was sitting in public in an area where he was allowed to sit, in an area that has a legal public easement. But we have a 2-tiered system in America. Literally in this case, because remember, these skyways are connecting business offices most of the time. The realms of the white people. The colored people, they're supposed to be down on the ground going from building to building. Up here in the sky, well, you know. We don't much like the black people up here now, do we? Now, for other people who don't know this, you don't have to carry an ID in America. It's not required. I didn't have one until I was 22. But then again, I'm Lily White. I have never been hassled by police once in my entire life. Why? I'm invisible. Cops aren't going to pay attention to me. I've sat in public many times. Heck, depending on what part of my life it was, I've looked homeless before. I wasn't, but I certainly looked it. Didn't hassle me. Didn't bat an eye. Didn't care. No one dropped a dime on me saying that this person shouldn't be where they are. They do it to minorities all the time in America. All the time. Every day. And you don't, even if you have an ID on your person, you don't have to show it unless the police officer can tell you why they want to see it. They can ask for your name, but you don't have to give them the ID unless they have some kind of probable cause, unless they are detaining you. If they are detaining you, you can walk. And they need a cause to detain you. Thankfully, this area doesn't have a stop and identify order. There are some places in America that do have stop and identify orders. We have stop and frisk policies in America, even though they should be considered unconstitutional. Because by and large, they're targeted at minorities as well. I believe something like 60% of the people targeted by the stop and frisk laws are not white. The most popular colors being brown and black. But Chris Lally didn't do anything wrong, and he remains incredibly calm while being harassed, threatened, tased, and arrested. So I know that you're probably thinking that I don't need to watch that video. Tetsubo's told me all I need to know. No, I didn't. You need to watch that video. You need to hear what happened to this man. For the temerity to sit in a public space while waiting for his kids. That's it. And I don't want to hear any, he should have complied. No, he shouldn't have complied. They had no reason to ask for his ID. He had no legal obligation to carry an ID. The cops had no reason to harass him. 3 cops to talk to 1 guy. And that seemed just a little bit over the top to you? How many cops do they normally put into a cruiser? Some places it's 2, some places it's only 1. In my city, it's 1 cop per car. So how many police cars were there to go talk to 1 guy sitting in public? So tell me, do you think this would have gone down any different? I had been sitting on that bench.